Hey everyone, how y'all doing today and welcome back to another meta guide. We are in the Master League, so all three leagues are going to be running alongside each other. Are you going to be playing this one, the Great Ultra League? I feel like most trainers probably will not be playing the Master League. I've actually been enjoying it, but I'm not going to be running it when the other leagues are available. Even though I do have the resources for it. But with that being said, of course, this is an expensive league. You want hundos or close to it. You want level 50s. It's expensive. But let's go ahead and dive right into things and see what we got going on for us. So for the S rank, we got Palkia Origin. This Pokemon is so good. I'm lucky. I have a functional hundo of 15, 15, 14. And that's basically what you want in terms of IVs. Because it's just... That's basically what you want when it comes to a Palkia. Of course, you know how great it is. Unfortunately, you can't Elite TM the move onto it if you have a hundo. I know people who do. They can't get the move. That's unfortunate. Then we have the two new Kyurems from the Univitor, the Kyurem Black and Kyurem White. Both of them are so good. I thought Kyurem Black was going to be better, but it seems like after using it, and it seems like other people have the same opinion, that Kyurem White is actually just better than Kyurem Black. Even though Kyurem Black is still really good, both of them are good. Kyurem Black, of course, has the Shadow Claw, and it has the Fusion Bolt, which is Zekrom's signature move, and then it also has Free Shock, I think it's called. Super powerful. And then Kyurem White has the Ice Fang, which is really strong, has Fusion Flare, and has Ice Burn. So both of them are really good, but yeah, I've noticed that Kyurem Black or Kyurem White is a little bit better, at least from my opinion, and it seems like a lot of people feel that way as well. But both of them are still really good, and I have 3 hundos, so I'm pretty fortunate in that regard. And then next up we have Zygarde Complete. I thought maybe this would go down a little bit because Kyurem White is all over the place and it has Ice Fang, but no, as long as it can avoid Kyurem White, and even if it doesn't avoid it, I mean, it's still doing super effective damage with Dragon Tail, and that's the thing about the Kyurems, right? Because if they're going up against other dragons, like Dragon Breath ones, like Dialga Origin or Palkia Origin, they're taking so much damage. So they're just going down super, super fast. That's one thing to keep in mind, even though they're still really good. Obviously, like if you're going up against like a Dialga Origin, for example, that Dialga still needs a shield because like the Free Shock or the Ice Burn is just going to KO it anyway. Because it's neutral, it's just a powerful, broken move. But anyway, moving on to Solgaleo. It is a really good one. But if you like me, you don't have a good one, you're not going to invest in it. Fire Spin. And then you want Psychic Fangs and Iron Head, I believe is the moveset you want. But again, I don't have it. Tapu Lele actually received a buff this season with Psyshock, so Psyshock helping this out a lot. It has Astonish, which received the buffs previously. And then it has Nature's Madness, which is a great move. So this is actually a really good Pokemon. I have like 3 good ones. 3 98s, believe it or not. So I just didn't build one yet. I think I'm a little shy of enough XLs. I'm close. And then we have Meloetta, which received a buff as well with Psyshock. The problem with Meloetta is that it's so inaccessible because even if you have one, right? But like, for one, you need the XLs to get it to level 50, which I have, but my Meloetta is garbage. So I'm hoping that my shiny one, whenever I get it, is actually decent. It doesn't have to be a perfect one because you only get 2 of them at most as of right now. I know Meloetta has another form. Maybe it'll come out eventually. I just don't have a good one. So maybe my shiny one will be good. But you got to use what you got to use, right? And then we have Xerneas. So Xerneas is a really great fairy type, of course. But the thing about Xerneas and even Zacian is, yes, if you land a charge attack, that it'll be super effective towards the Kyurems. But Kyurem's still doing well against those 2 Pokemon as well. It's crazy how good both the Kyurems are. And then we have Rhyperior, which is absolutely fantastic. It has the Mud Slap. You definitely want Breaking Swipe. In the past, I've seen Surf, but this season you definitely want Breaking Swipe with both Kyurems. Everybody has a Kyurem on their team. It's very rare that I don't see a Kyurem. So you need Breaking Swipe, and then of course Rock Wrecker is really powerful. And then Dialga Origin, I've been seeing more and more of. Even though Rhyperior and Landorus are a thing, Landorus kind of got a little bit lower on the rankings just because of Kyurem White. Still, that's why Dialga Origin going to be really, really fantastic because its Dragon Breath is super effective towards both Kyurems. That's why it's seen a usage this season, right? The only thing is I have a 98, but it doesn't have Roar of Time, so I'm not going to build it until I get one with the Roar of Time. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I got it during the wild area. It didn't come with the Roar of Time. It's really unfortunate. Wish you could Elite TM it. The A rank, we have the other Palkia. This is good. It's just like, it's not as good as Palkia Origin, so the only way you would maybe consider this is if you don't have the Origin Palkia, but still a good one. Landorus, of course, still good. It just needs to avoid that Kyurem White. If it could avoid Kyurem White, it's actually doing pretty good. And then we have Duskmane Necrozma, which I really enjoy. Pretty good Pokemon with Shadow Claw. And then Ho-Oh, another pretty good one. It is doing neutral damage to both Kyurems, so something to keep in mind. Not bad, not bad. Zacian is another really good fairy type. I think it's a pretty good safe swap, right? I like Wild Charge. I've actually been seeing this season Wild Charge in close combat compared to Play Rough. But, I think in the previous seasons, I was running like Wild Charge, Play Rough. But then we have Yveltal with Sucker Punch, really good Pokemon to use. Definitely really powerful. And then we have Enamorus, which recently came back recently, and I did get a decent one, so I could build one, but I haven't yet. And then the B rank, Tapu Bulu. So I liked Tapu Bulu previously, but I don't know, that Ice Fang White Kyurem is kind of scaring it away. I haven't seen a Bulu yet this season. It's still not bad, but with the new Kyurems, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of running scared, a little bit. But if it can get on a good matchup, it could definitely be good. Because Rhyperior is still common. The Dragons is still common, like Palkia and even Dialga. So maybe I'll give this one a try. Reshiram could have Dragon Breath, could have Fire Fang. It's okay, but it's not great. And then we have Groudon. Groudon is another one with Dragon Tail or Mud Shot. Impressive Blades is a powerful move. Marshadow with Shadow Punch. It suffers the same fate as Meloetta. I mean, you only get one as of right now, so mine is absolute garbage. So I'm not going to be running it. Dialga, I would use this one just because I don't have the Origin with Roar of Time, but if you have the Origin, you definitely go with that one. If you don't, you could run this one. Melmetal, I feel like, got a boost a little bit. I mean, it has Double Iron Bash is super effective towards both Kyurems, which is good, obviously. So that's why it got a boost. It's also resisting Ice Fang, although it's weak to Fusion Flare. The problem with Double Iron Bash, I guess, even though you get to it fast, the problem is it's not really the strongest move in the game. Maybe they'll buff it in the future, but I do like it. I have a 98. I Elite TM Double Iron Bash onto it. I don't regret it. I think it's really good. Definitely pretty solid. I mean, with all the dragons, right, you're going to be resisting Dragon Breath, and then you also have another move. I was running it with Superpower, Double Iron Bash, but pretty good. And then we have Golden Go with Hex or Astonish. Hex does charge up pretty fast, so this is a pretty good one. And then Primarina, so Primarina with Charm. You know what's crazy? Kyurem White in the Zeo Shield actually beats Primarina, which is absolutely wild. Like when I used Ice Burn against my opposing Primarina, they let it go, and then I was able to farm down. It's very close, but it's just crazy. It's just crazy, even though you would think Primarina would win. And it will win if the Primarina shields, but it's just absolutely wild. The other options, we have the regular Kyurem. Okay, so this one's okay. It has Glaciate, so it's not bad, but like you're not going to use this over Kyurem Black or Kyurem White. So like, even though it's decent, you're not going to use it just because of the other ones are just that much better. And then we have Zekrom. Okay, another decent one, but again, we have better dragon options. Same with Dragonite. Giratina kind of struggles this season. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't want to go up against the Dragon Breath users. It doesn't want to go up against either of the Kyurems, because if Shadow Claw is super effective and Ice Fang is super effective. Doesn't want to see those. So it kind of struggles this season. I don't think it's going to be used. Mewtwo struggles as well this season. It's okay. I mean, it also struggled previously too. Like with the, all the Shadow Claw damage, right, from the Necrozmas, and then, it's just going, Sucker Punch, Yveltal, and if you happen to see a Marshadow, you probably won't. Golden Go, which got buffed. Mewtwo definitely struggles. And then Zarude. Okay, Zarude could be okay, but I don't think we're going to see it too much. Both, I have two, both of them are pretty bad. Heatran is actually pretty interesting because it double resists the Ice Fang from Kyurem White. So that's actually pretty good, as well as, the ice attacks, the Free Shock or the Ice Burn. So it does double resist that. I'm sure those moves still do a decent amount of damage just because of how powerful they are. Then we have Giratina Altered. Same thing with Origin. I don't think we're going to see it. Ursaluna, probably more so for Master Premier. And then Metagross. Metagross is not a bad Pokemon. Really depends. It is a Psychic type. Which is not bad. There's a lot of Dragon types, so it's pretty good. And then we have Hisui and Avalugg, and then Keldeo. I actually battled the Keldeo, which was pretty cool. I did win the game, but like it was pretty cool to see. It was kind of a struggle against it, to be honest. But no, pretty cool, pretty cool. I forgot to include Florges on this list, so that's my bad. Florges could definitely be up in probably the S rank, if not the A rank. Florges is actually pretty good. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to the solid team options. So for the first team is going to be Rhyperior with Kieran White and Palkia Origin. So yeah, I mean, I use this team and I actually had success with it. So pretty cool stuff. 2 dragons in the back. I think Kieran White is a pretty good safe swap, generally speaking. And yeah, as I said, I did pretty well with this team when I used it. I think I had a couple 3-2s, a 4-1. You know, the few sets I used it. Next up, we have Kieran White with double fairy. You could replace one of the fairies with an Amoris or Primarina if you want to, or even Florges, but those are the 2 fairies I put on. And then we have Duskmane with Kieran Black and Palkia Origin. This is another team I used when Master League began this season, and I did pretty good with it, but then I started to struggle with it a little bit. But overall, it did pretty well. Again, Kieran Black, I think both Kierans are decent safe swaps. Again, they have to watch out for the Dragon Breath users, right? Because I feel like a lot of people are using Dialga Origin as well as Palkia this season. Rightfully so, but because they know the Kirans are going to be all over the place. Then we have Meloetta on another team. Meloetta is fantastic. If you have one, good luck to you. I battled it a couple times. I don't have one, unfortunately. Well, not a good one that I'm willing to invest in just yet. And the Dialga Origin and Kieran White. Most of these teams have a Kieran on them. It's just the way things are. But the next team does not. It's Landorus, double Dragon Breath users. So kind of to counter the Kirans, you have the Dragon Breath users with Dialga and Palkia. So that would counter Kieran Black or Kieran White. So I think that could be pretty good. Obviously, if you see Kieran White in the lead, you got to pivot out ASAP, right? But no, pretty good, pretty cool. And then next up, the final team is another team I used as well. It's going to be Ho-Oh in the lead with Kieran White and Primarina. So, yeah, let me know what you think of these teams. I think most people are probably going to be sticking to the Greater Ultra League, probably the Great League. But let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.